A driver contacted me and said that I should be impartial. He said, where was my sympathy for the drivers and families that will be affected by the English proficiency requirement for commercial drivers? This driver deeply believes that it is the diversity of truck drivers that enriches the transportation industry and not the industry itself. He continued, the executive order will lead to discriminatory actions, especially during roadside inspections, where decisions may be subjective to the officer doing the inspection. And what about the negative public perception, the cultural backlash? He said, the order may be seen as anti-immigrant or xenophobic. And what about the trucking industry? Companies are struggling to fill open positions. With this new English mandate, the situation is only going to get worse. Experienced drivers who have spent years on the road are suddenly facing new hurdles, and many are left feeling anxious about their future. Okay, drivers, so let's talk first about the trucking industry. Trucking is already a demanding job, long hours behind the wheel, days or even weeks away from loved ones, and the constant pressure to deliver on time. For many, it's a sacrifice made to support their families. Now, these drivers are being told that their experience and dedication might not be enough. Imagine losing your job overnight, not because you can't do the work, but simply because of your accent or the way you speak. It's a harsh reality for many, and it's leaving families in shock and uncertainty. This isn't just about statistics or numbers on a page. Every lost job means a family struggling to make ends meet, a community losing a vital member, and more people turning to support services just to get by. With fewer drivers on the road, deliveries slow down. That means more empty shelves at grocery stores, longer waits for essential goods, and rising prices that affect everyone, from small business owners to everyday shoppers. So when you see those empty shelves or hear about shortages, remember, this mandate isn't just about language skills. It's about the real people who keep our country moving. It's about driving hardworking people and the backbone of our economy off the road, with consequences that ripple through every community. So, how do we decide who's fluent enough to drive? Language isn't black and white, it's about context and understanding. Standardized tests open the door to bias and discrimination. A driver with a foreign accent could be unfairly flagged, while others pass easily. This isn't just a logistical headache, it's an ethical one. We're a nation built by immigrants. Yet this order sends a message of exclusion. That's not the America we should be. This mandate is a lawsuit just waiting to happen. The legal system is already bracing for a wave of challenges, as businesses and advocacy groups prepare to fight back. Every new regulation brings a risk of unintended consequences, but this one practically guarantees a courtroom showdown. The paperwork, the hearings, the mounting legal fees, these are just the beginning. Discrimination claims and legal challenges are inevitable. Lawyers will argue over definitions, and judges will be forced to interpret vague rules. Protests outside courthouses will become a common sight, as affected groups demand fairness and clarity. Small trucking companies, already struggling to keep up with rising costs and tight margins, now face new expenses for hiring or training. For many, these extra burdens could be the final straw, pushing them to the brink. Some may shut down entirely, leading to lost jobs, shuttered businesses, and more empty shelves in stores across the country. When companies go under, goods stop moving. Deliveries are delayed, supply chains break down, and essential products simply don't arrive where they're needed. And guess who pays the price in the end? The American consumer, who faces higher costs at the checkout and fewer choices on the shelves. Higher prices, more shortages, and growing frustration. All thanks to a misguided rule that was supposed to help, but only made things worse. This isn't just about language or paperwork. It's about real people, real businesses, and the real consequences that will deeply affect the livelihood of all of us. Should American truck drivers be able to read, write, and speak American English proficiently? Yes. Should they lose their jobs based on this executive order? No. I truly believe that there is room in the executive order for some form of modification. Do you agree? Leave your comments below. As always, drivers, stay safe.